Number one on the list, thing I'm most looking forward to in 2024, Coach Prime's 2024 season, his year 2 at Colorado. Not unlike Lincoln Riley, Prime is coming off the worst season that he's ever had as a football coach. I'm willing to bet that even as a youth football coach, he didn't go 4-8. Okay? He also has seen both of his coordinators leave. One in Charles Kelly went back home to Auburn, right? The other in Sean Lewis became head coach of San Diego State. He also has jettisoned the offensive line, and he's trying to rebuild that from scratch, all while we're all watching him. And he knows that, and he's banking on it, okay? I think living up to the hype that was at Jackson State, and frankly, what they showed through the first quarter of the season, third of the season at Colorado, we want to see them build on that. Now it's going to be tough as they are going to embark on a new journey as well. They're going into the Big 12. And their schedule features number 23, Kansas. By the way, Kansas' highest final AP poll ranking since 2007. Lance Leipold, man. That dude's amazing at what he does. Number 18, Kansas State. Number 16, Oklahoma State. Number 11, Arizona. Surprise, surprise. And FCS power, North Dakota State and Utah. Now, 5 of these games are Big 12 competition, right? You can't avoid these, right? Teams are just going to be good. But I don't know who puts North Dakota State on their schedule. I don't see the win there. I don't see the win there. If you beat North Dakota State, cool. You beat an FCS team. You're an FBS team in a Power 4 school. Okay? If you lose to North Dakota State, nobody's going to say, hey, you lost to one of the most dominant programs on earth dating back to 2010. You lost to an FCS program. There's just no wins here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like watching South Dakota State play Iowa last year. There are no wins there. I would not schedule that game, and I will be very interested to see if that August 31 North Dakota State game stays on the schedule in 2024. Now, Prime has gone on record. He says, hey, whoever you put on the schedule, that's who I want. Well, January 9th, 2024, North Dakota State's on the schedule. Colorado going to get the Bison and Colorado State and Nebraska, and then you go into Big 12 competition. It's going to test them. It's really going to test them. So I'm looking forward to not just Shedeur in this year or Travis Hunter in this year. I would like to see an offensive line that could protect Shedeur from a stiff breeze if they were huddled in a storm shelter, because they couldn't last year. Okay. I would also like to see a really cool defensive coordinator. Now, perhaps I'm getting a little too far into the weeds on this one, but Pat Shurmur was calling the plays for Colorado at the end of the 2023 season. Perhaps he'll call the plays in 2024. We'll see. But at defense coordinator, I thought we all thought that Charles Kelly was going to stick around. He did not. So you got a vacancy that still hasn't been filled just yet. So I came up with 5 defensive coordinator candidates that I would like to see at Colorado. Okay. Number 1, Mike Zimmer, right? Who's been a part of the Prime experience going back to Jackson State. Mike Zimmer's a great defensive mind and frankly was a pretty doggone good head coach, the Minnesota Vikings. Next on the list, Leslie Frazier, who helped turn the Buffalo Bills defense into one that was dominant and great until he took a leave, right? Al Harris, secondary coach, Dallas Cowboys. Now, A, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Yes, I am. Number 2, that dude has turned them dudes into some guys. Like there's no Trayvon Diggs and we got Ron Bland out there doing stuff. Al Harris out there just whispering what you need to be heard. And Dallas' secondary does not suck. Now, we also got Micah Parsons rushing the passer. But you get my point here. I would like to see what Al Harris could do as a defensive coordinator. Perhaps he's in a great spot, though, right? Because he got them dudes charged up. And the Dallas Cowboys are going to make a run at the Super Bowl this playoff season. I have spoken it into existence. I'm telling you, it's Leroy Thompson over here. The Super Bowl cometh to me now. Ain't been about no winning no Super Bowl since I was 9 years old. Dak, I know you didn't want to wear the NFC East hat, but I need you to act like that, okay? Next one on the list for me, excuse me. Charlie Strong. I think Charlie Strong is a pretty outstanding defensive mind. He was doing great work in Florida. And then, finally, Ed Reed. I think I would love to see Edie Reed boy at Colorado. Now, dude tried to take over Bethune-Cookman. Turns out they got feelings down there too. So that didn't last very long. But I know for a fact that Deion Sanders was recruiting Ed Reed to be the head coach at Jackson State upon his departure. Now, I don't know if Ed Reed is interested in such a job, because such a job is demanding and, frankly, it ain't always fun. But to hear people talk about Ed Reed's football IQ, his intellect, his ability to know what the quarterback is doing and how, I'm always going to be interested in that guy being able to put together a defense. I think that having a guy like Ed Reed, another defensive back, the greatest safety who ever lived, with Prime, two dudes that are charismatic and could recruit their behinds off, is intoxicating to me, right? And like last year, they will be must-see television. So those are my top 5 for the Colorado defense coordinator position. We'll see if Prime takes me up on any one of those. If you like what you've seen, consider subscribing to the #1 college football show on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcast.